Welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. Emphasis on sandwich. Ha! I'm kidding.
What does that mean?
I've been eating a lot lately. I'm Kellie Raspberry Evans.
Hello, I'm Alan.
That's my husband, Alan. And we do a podcast every week called A Sandwich and Some Lovin'.
Babe, why is it called A Sandwich and Some Lovin'?
Because basically men are very simple creatures. If you want to keep your man happy, shove a sandwich down his throat and take care of that lovin' department, right? A sandwich and some lovin'.
Give him a little lovin'.
That's right. Or a lot based on your desires at the moment. But whether you're joining us for the first time, whether you've been with us since the beginning, thank you so much for tuning in and checking out A Sandwich and Some Lovin', a little podcast we started just as something fun to do together, and it's growing, and we're becoming a family. I feel like we're a little family. We get together every week.
Just started as a little side gig, like
Something
a little hobby. It was a hobby. Something we could do together.
But it's still a hobby. It's just an elevated hobby.
It's an elevated hobby. We're growing our little fledgling podcast into something wonderful, hopefully.
Stuff happening. Can't wait to share it all with you. Big doings.
Big doings. And you know what, babe? I'm really pumped tonight. You know why?
Why?
Dun dun dun, because I know something that you don't know. Ho, 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 ho.
What?
Dun, dun, dun. It's about Valentine's Day weekend.
Oh.
And you don't know. Ho, 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 ho.
Okay.
I have got...
See, now this is a problem.
I have got surprises
And this
working.
is the problem.
I've got surprises working.
Because I don't have any surprises for you. Now I'm like feeling a lot of pressure that I've got to come up with all the... I got you a Valentine's Day present. I did do that. But I feel like I've got to come with like elephants or, you know, now I'm all nervous.
Elephants?
I mean, something big and over the top to impress you, because you're going to come up with this big surprise on Valentine's Day. It is our first married Valentine's Day.
I got some stuff working, babe. That's all I'm going to say right now. We'll talk about it a little bit more in the podcast, but we got a lot to get through.
Okay, we'll talk more about Valentine's Day.
Yeah, we'll talk more about Valentine's Day in a little bit. But we had a busy week. We have some stuff to review that happened to us this week.
We had a lot.
But this is a chock full podcast. How about the kids masquerade party?
Yes.
How about we worked out together? Not for the first time, but we lifted weights together.
First time in a long... Well, it's the first time we did it together.
Yeah.
We've gone to the gym before. We've never worked out together.
Yeah, so this was together. We're going to do a little segment on saving money. I know that's something that you enjoy. And
I love that.
You love saving money.
I love that.
And I've saved us a lot of money.
You did, honey. You carried this family on your back.
Oh, on my broad
as
shoulders.
You asked me to tell you umpteen times. But I do appreciate it.
We'll continue our series on hope and dating. Mm-hmm. Now in our 3 parts, third part.
Is there hope? Is there hope?
Yeah, there's lots of hope. And if we have time, we have a little a parenting segment. We'll talk about some things that you can tell your children. I think it's pretty interesting. Tips for talking to your children. Positive reinforcement.
Yes.
And then, I started singing the goofy I Know Something song, but we got big stuff happening.
Yeah, some stuff we can go ahead and tell you about.
Big stuff happening. So we'll tease that and talk about what's happening in the podcast next week, and then for the big Valentine's Day weekend. So
which we're celebrating, because Valentine's Day falls on a Tuesday this year or Wednesday?
I can't remember.
But we're celebrating, of course, the weekend before. And the weekend before Valentine's Day last year is when you asked me to marry you.
Yeah.
So I know we're going back to the scene of the crime.
Yeah. We're definitely going back to the scene of the crime.
But that's all I know. You told me that much.
Yeah.
So that part's not a surprise. But
to the place where I got down on bended knee.
You literally did.
And
you can see pictures of the proposal at kellyandalan.com. And Alan talks all, because he created that website as part of the engagement surprise for me. So that was really cool. So all the pictures are there. And man, if I had known I was getting engaged that night, I would have, you would have known, because I would have dressed differently.
Why?
And I would have made a different face. I would have had a rehearsed surprise face.
That was raw emotion.
It was raw. It was raw. And let me just tell you, the blouse I was wearing, I didn't throw it away. I donated it to charity the next day. Once I saw those pictures.
Did you really?
Oh, that blouse was not most flattering. So, but anyway, it was my engagement blouse. So thank you for asking me.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be some fun stuff happening, and we're going back to the Reunion Tower
Yeah, in Dallas. Whenever you see, if you don't live in the Dallas area.
It's a 50-story ball.
It's the big ball. Whenever they show the sky, they show the, Dallas, when they pan over the city, that big ball in the sky is Reunion Tower. And it's got a rotating restaurant on the inside. Wolfgang Puck's, right?
560 by Wolfgang Puck, yep.
So it's got a restaurant. When you sit down, it rotates slowly around the whole city. So not fast enough to make you seasick or anything.
It's a beautiful venue. If any of you have somebody who may be proposing to you, that might be a place where you can kind of give them a little elbow and say, hey, I heard that Reunion Tower is a pretty cool place, and that 560 is a pretty romantic place.
Somebody you're hoping proposes to you.
Yes. Or maybe you are getting ready to propose to somebody.
It was beautiful. It was perfect. And they were very helpful in helping you plan that proposal.
They're great people up there.
We can talk about that maybe more next week for the Valentine episode.
Yeah, but we wanted to kick things off with starting to talk about the kids masquerade party. Babe, I had never been. I like dressing up. You do not like dressing up for like Halloween.
Yeah, I don't like
dressing, getting in costumes.
Yeah,
you don't dig that.
No,
I kind of dig it. But so when you said we're going to a masquerade ball, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then didn't you go to the dollar store and buy some masks?
Yeah, I was at the dollar store because I go a lot. This was actually the Dollar Tree, and I was walking by and they had a whole section of Mardi Gras stuff. They had a ton of masks, and because they're wrapped in plastic, they're only $1 each. I bought like 4 of them, because I didn't know how they would feel, and they were all covered in glitter and feathers and stuff, but I was like, I have to have a mask. And then I'm worried about it itching or sweating or the glitter coming off in my eyeball. Well, my new best friend, Melissa Rycroft Strickland, as you remember from The Bachelor, my new best friend, she said she was going to have her mask painted on.
Yeah.
And asked if I was interested and would Alan be interested, and we're like, heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
So we figured that would be just something fun and different to do. And we didn't tell anybody we were doing it. We were going to surprise everybody.
And that was fun because Kellie went before me. She had an appointment, I think, at 2 that afternoon. Mm-hmm. Then I had one at 3. So I waited till about 3, and I got there, and she was just finishing up. And when I first saw her turn around, it was like, hey.
It was really hot, wasn't it?
How you doing?
It was hot.
Her eyes were all smoky, and she had this like Catwoman looking mask with feathers. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, you can try to do this yourself at home, but I mean, I had a professional makeup. I mean, you could do your own makeup at home, but when you have a special occasion, you go to a professional makeup artist. But basically, she took some black lace and she cut out the eye holes and shaped it like a mask, and used, I guess it was basically like eyelash glue, I guess, to glue it to my face after she did this really dramatic eye, this beautiful kind of orangey, coppery eyeshadow, and the false eyelashes, everything. And then she glued the mask on top and then shaded it in with some black eyeshadow, and then glued feathers with rhinestones on the sides. It was so beautiful.
Mostly a black theme,
It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was all black.
I told her, I said, I don't know what I'm wearing, but I guarantee it's going to be black. Mm-hmm. Whatever's in my closet, 90% of it's black, and it was just basically what I could get zipped. As I said, I've been eating a lot of sandwiches lately, but I thought it turned out beautiful, and I don't think pictures did it justice. I think it was more beautiful in person than it was in pictures.
It was beautiful. You can see our masks on Kellie's social media or my social media. There's links back and forth between us, and we both posted pictures.
Yeah, you did it too, though.
Yeah, mine was, I sat down in the chair. She goes, yeah, same place.
Same black lace. I'm saying so we'd match.
Oh, same black lace, yeah. But I sat down in the chair, and the gal asked me, what do you want? And I said, well, I've never had a mask. I don't really know what to get. And she goes, what do you think about putting mascara on? And I'm like, well, I said,
you love that idea.
I said, I guess that's okay because
you love rock and roll.
Well, I said, I guess that's okay as long as it looks like Batman. I said, you know how Batman has all around his eye is black? She goes, oh, okay, I have an idea. So she put black all around both my eyes, filled my entire eye cavity basically with black. And then she cut out a lace mask that had 2 little horns on it that kind of fit on my forehead. Like
Batman's
like Batman's
ears things.
Right, like his bat helmet. So
but it was subtle.
Yeah, it was really cool. And the way they glue on the lace, it's like what does she call it? It's like a latex eyelash glue. So it's really easy to peel off at the end of the night. But the I don't see how you ladies get all that stuff off. Because the next day...
You had an extreme amount of the black eye makeup and the eyeliner.
I could not get that stuff off.
I walked into the bathroom and he was scrubbing with like water. And I was like, no, that's not, because you've never had to take off makeup before. You didn't know. Mm-hmm. So I gave him a makeup remover wipe and he scrubbed, and he still had a lot left over. So then I gave him some of that Mary Kay eye makeup remover, which is really good stuff and it doesn't irritate your eyes. So he used that and he was rubbing. And finally he got most of it off, but then went to bed and woke up the next morning and he had mascara smeared everywhere. So I gave him a Q-tip and I gave him the makeup remover again. He ended up going to church with black eyeliner, which was really kind of hot because you look sort of like a rock and roll, like Metallica. Don't they kind of do a little bit of eyeliner like that?
Well, in the 90s they did.
Well, some of them still do the eyeliner, don't they? And the mascara, some of them. But you look like that going to church.
Yeah.
Which was kind of hot.
Well, I was
inappropriate.
I was too tired to. I had been trying to get it off, though, and I was just too tired to mess with it anymore. So there was just a little bit. It wasn't much. Like
it was enough to know. Yeah.
Anyway, it was fun. Cute. We went to the kids party. It was a wonderful event. I think they raised a lot of money.
Yeah, we did. What this party was for? If you're familiar with Kids, Kid Craddock, who passed away. Oh gosh, this summer it'll be 5 years.
Yeah.
Wow. When his wife was pregnant with who would end up being their only daughter, Caroline, doctors told them that she was going to have a twisted femur and would not walk. So Kid dropped on his knees like every parent would and started praying and just asked God, said, "You let her be born healthy, and I will, I'll repay you, God." We've all prayed those prayers. Not all of us follow through. God follows through. We don't always follow through with our end of the bargain, do we? But Kid did, and he started Kids. And the initial mission was, there are kids that have chronic diseases. They're in wheelchairs, and not necessarily that they are terminal, but they have these life-altering conditions. And, so Make-A-Wish didn't apply to these kids who still deserved a trip to Disney World. So that's how it initially started. He took them to SeaWorld. Now it's grown to this huge charity that's continuing, thanks to his daughter, Caroline Craddock, who took the reins of the charity. But we do take children who do have terminal illnesses, but also chronic conditions. Well, Caroline, now that she wants to kind of put her own touch on the charity, the original mission, we took kids from 5 to 12, and now she's taking kids 13 to 18, I believe it is, the teenage trip.
Yeah.
So she started doing that. And that was a long story, but I want you to know what the money is raised for. It's a wonderful cause, but it's for the teens trip they're taking this summer. And you can go to kidskids.com, KIDDS.com, and you can find out how you can donate if that charity touches your heart.
Yeah. So there were a lot of people there that were able to kind of spread that message, on social media.
It was
and
so fun.
A lot of people donating, and it was just a fun party too.
We had a lot of kids there that were getting in it on the dance floor. They were the ones that brought the party.
We got out there. Well, we got out there a little bit. We got out there a little bit.
My feet were killing me. I'll be honest.
Your feet were hurting.
My feet were. I felt like they were bleeding in my shoes. But it was on concrete. We were on a concrete floor, and ladies in high heels. You know how it is if you're standing on concrete for a long time. But that was the only thing. My feet were just hurting. But we did dance.
Our new best friends were there, Melissa and Ty.
Melissa Rycroft and her husband Ty Strickland.
So we got some
Strickland.
So we got some pictures with them. That was fun talking to them.
I felt like I needed to back off.
Why?
I think I was a little bit.
You're laying it on too heavy?
I would think I was too into Melissa and Ty.
What?
It's one of those situations. And I wasn't.
Are you serious?
Tell everybody I wasn't drinking.
No, Kellie
I didn't have one drop of alcohol because I was afraid that I would, I can't embarrass myself in front of Ty and Melissa.
Oh, you're doing
Not
fine.
to mention that I drank a lot the night before, but that's beside the point. We went out the night before, remember, and I drank all those dirty martinis.
You had a lot.
Saturday night, I was not in the mood for drinking.
I was teasing. I went over. You remember how I said I said, babe, let's go over and get a picture at the photo booth, and let's get one with Melissa and Ty. And you were like, yeah, go get them. So I went over there to Ty, and we said in a prior podcast that Ty and Melissa and I and Kellie, we all went out, and you said that Melissa told you that Ty kind of has a slight man crush on me.
Oh, you just happened to share that on the podcast.
Yeah, I'll bring it up one more time.
Well, because men love that you do magic.
Okay.
And they like your magic tricks.
So anyway, I went over there and I said, hey Ty, you want to go get a picture at the photo booth? And he goes, yeah, sure. And he
think it's just you and him?
Yeah, he gets up, and then Melissa gets up, and I'm like, oh, Melissa, you can just stay here. And I'm like, oh, no, it's cool. Come on. So I was just teasing him.
Yeah, I was afraid it got to the point where we were making Ty and Melissa uncomfortable.
No.
I kind of felt
wasn't.
that way.
You might have been.
I don't know. You were drinking. I wasn't. I was looking at it through sober eyes.
Well, what were you doing?
I don't know. I just felt like maybe they needed some breathing room. They're like,
what were you like hovering over them or something?
I just felt like maybe they needed time away from Kellie and Alan.
What do you mean Kellie and Alan? I was talking to everybody. I wasn't just talking to Ty.
I don't know. I don't want to. It's like one of those things like you don't want to push it.
She's overthinking it. She is overthinking it.
Well, she hasn't called me or texted me this week.
Oh, good.
I think I've already ruined it.
You sound like a teenage
My one
girl.
celebrity friend.
Oh my gosh. No, it'll be fine. And I just wanted to give shout out to Daniela Bell. She's the one. I had a lot of people asking me, and I'm sure you did too. Where did you guys get your masks done? I'm going to a masquerade ball. At Daniela M. Bell. Daniela M. Bell. And she can hook you up.
She's on Instagram.
Yeah, she's on Instagram.
And our pictures, I think she posted a picture of me on her Instagram.
Yeah,
we tagged her too.
And she posted a picture of Melissa.
Yeah,
and Carrie Duber, one of the housewives.
She did her mask too. Did a lot of people's masks that night, but she also does regular makeup. You don't have to go her to get a masquerade mask.
She was saying she does.
She does Caroline's makeup.
She does bridal. She does events and all kinds of stuff. Oh, and just as a side note, I had somebody, I think I told you this. I told JC this at the party, but I said, I had somebody on social media call me out and say, Alan, you got to get a different suit, man. You're wearing the same suit in all your pictures. And I'm like,
well,
okay, sorry. I got one suit and it's my wedding.
It's a good suit.
It's my wedding suit.
It's a good suit.
But what I try to do, I try to mix it up. So I wear it with a white shirt. I wear it with a black shirt. I wear it with a regular tie. I wear it with a bow tie.
But I think the last few times you've worn it with a black shirt, and I think that's where it just started looking the same. Well, so you got to mix it up.
This lady says, dude, go buy a new suit. I'm like, well, sorry.
It really hurt Alan's feelings.
Do you want to be my fashion consultant?
It hurt your feelings, didn't it?
So I went out and I bought a tux for this.
Because you're going to wear a tux all the time.
Well,
no, we go
to a lot of charity functions, and
you shouldn't let people hurt your feelings like that.
No, I'm playing it up a little bit,
Oh, but it bothered him.
But my point is, I found a really nice tux. We have these Nordstrom # not an ad # not a sponsor
# we didn't get a discount
# no discount. I found a nice tux at Nordstrom Rack, and it's a Penguin brand.
Penguin's good.
Yeah, and it was like $250. It's like a wool nice tux with the kind of the shiny lapels.
And how much would it cost you to rent a tux?
I haven't rented a tux in so long. I don't even know. $100, $200.
So if you wear it twice, you've got your money out of it.
Yeah, I mean it retailed for $650, but they were doing it. It was like a clearance or something. So anyway, just a tip: if any of you have a guy or you need a tux, check out Nordstrom Rack # not an ad.
That's where I get all my shoes. Pretty much 90% of my shoes come from there. I love them.
Yeah, they've got a great shoe selection. Yeah. So, babe, we were talking a little bit in the Can I call it a pre-show? Is when we're like goofing around before we hit record?
Sure.
Is that called the pre-show?
Sure.
Pre-game?
Sure.
Pre-game. So, what's wrong with your chin? What's on your face?
Okay. Everybody watching on Facebook Live can see I have a huge bruise on my face.
Yes, and the only reason I bring this up is because on the nationally syndicated Kid Craddock Morning Show, your co-host
3 hours into the show
brings this up.
3 hours into the show, it's like he saw me for the first time.
Wow.
And we're having a conversation. He hadn't said a word all morning, and then suddenly he's like, "What's wrong with your face?" or something. And it caught me so off guard. I was like, you never ask a woman
that's never
stuff on your face.
Never what you want to hear.
Don't do that.
Either. What's wrong with your face?
Well, this morning when I woke, so yesterday, Alan and I went and had a few procedures done. I suffer from resting bitch face. It is a problem I've had for many, many years. I don't know how to fix it. I sit there and I think I'm just thinking nothing. And then somebody will catch one of those candid shots of me and it'll look like I'm shooting daggers in somebody. I look like I'm so angry or sad. it's a problem because it hurts my feelings when people think that I'm
babe.
well, it does when people think I'm mad or sad or something, and I'm really not. I'm really fine, and they're like, well, something's wrong. It
No.
bothers you because it's not good.
No, girl, I love you so good. You're
You
happy
too, baby.
You're happy most of the time. Yeah, you're happy most of the time.
Well, I'm a little
No,
hormonal.
you're doing okay.
But anyway, so apparently, what's the now I've forgotten. Belafil. Belafil are these injections you can get that kind of fill in those lines that make you look like you're kind of frowning all the time. So we went right before Christmas and had some injections done. Worked great, but still needed to go back for round 2. But for some reason, this time I got a huge bruise. I just did it yesterday. I woke up this morning with this huge bruise. I tried to put some concealer on it, which I don't have anything that thick because I'm honest, I have really good, knock wood. I got good skin.
Yeah, Kelly has great
Everybody's
skin.
always complimenting my skin, so I don't have a lot of thick makeup. So I was like taking all the concealer I had, and I guess maybe by 3 hours into the show it wore off because JC about had a heart attack. What happened to your face?
Uh-huh.
It's like, don't ever ask a woman that, because what if the answer wasn't something like as silly and frivolous as me getting a Belafil injection?
Yeah.
You know?
Right. It could have been something really serious.
been.
What if it was something really serious?
And I tell all my business. But anyway, that's what happened. But the horrible thing about this is I've got to do a video shoot tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what am I going to do? This bruise is probably going to be worse tomorrow.
Well, we're going to have about 10 makeup people here to
Isn't
see
that
if they
something?
can. I mean, we'll spray paint it if we have to.
We have to bring in a makeup artist to try to cover this thing 'cause it's that bad.
I'll go get a can of cream spray paint at Home Depot and we'll take care of it.
It sort of looks like, how John Boy, well, never mind.
Oh,
Makes me sound old. That
my
big,
gosh,
that
babe.
big growth.
Seriously?
That big growth on his face.
You were going to make a Waltons
I know.
reference?
That was too
Oh,
old.
my
That makes me
gosh.
old. But then again,
I mean, I can barely remember that. Yeah, so.
it's on reruns
Oh, my goodness.
on the Family Channel.
Nobody knows what you're talking about right now, except
night.
me.
Good night, John Boy.
Yeah. Nobody has any idea what you're
Anyway.
talking about. Yeah, so the injection thing is kind of a part of a bigger plan we have this year to, I don't know if make some improvements is the right word, but maybe just feel more confident, get in better shape, eat better, get our hormones all in check,
Yeah.
take vitamins.
We're doing the pellet thing.
Yeah.
Pellet in the haunch.
Yeah, me too. I'm doing the pellet in the haunch. And it's really worked for me. It has worked
That's because you've done
for me.
you've done everything by the book, and I kind of cheated.
I did the pellet in the haunch, which basically they're testosterone pellets, but then you also do a hormone therapy along with that.
A bunch of pills.
A bunch of pills, basically, a bunch of vitamins and pills that are customized for my blood, I
What
guess.
you're
and what I'm
lacking.
lacking in my blood.
Yeah, and I didn't take my pills.
Tell you what, it's working for this guy. I've gained 15 pounds in the last 2 months, but I think it's muscle pounds.
It's not all muscle.
Not all, but I've been working out a lot, and I can tell a difference.
Yeah.
At the gym, it's much easier to work out and yada, yada, yada. But I think it really is working. And Kelly and I went to the gym together the other day because I love to go now. It's like I feel bad when I don't go.
Yeah, and he never asked me to go, so I'm just like, bye. And then he randomly asked me to go, and I was like, okay. Which, did I surprise you when I said okay?
Yeah, you did surprise me.
Because Alan's been doing a lot of workouts at home too with the Beachbody program, but he does like to go to the gym as well. So he mixes it up because you like to be around people and different machines sometimes, but sometimes that doesn't work out, so you can do your workouts at home. So,
and I tell you what, babe, before because there's a story to tell there about us going to the gym, but you mentioned Beachbody, and that's a really cool. I've been having some back problems too, so one thing I wanted to do was get more flexible because Kelly's old trainer told me I need to get more flexible. My chiropractor told me needed to get more flexible. So I'm like,
we all do.
Yeah. So I didn't know what to do, so I signed up for this program through Beachbody On Demand.
Yeah,
and it has really helped, and I love the yoga programs in Beachbody On Demand.
Beachbody, you familiar with them? If you're not, I'm sure you've heard of P90X and the Insanity and the 21-Day Fix. That's all under the Beachbody umbrella, and they have Beachbody On Demand, and it's for people who maybe you don't want to go be at a gym and be around a bunch of people. You'd rather be in the privacy of your own home, or maybe you like to mix it up. You like both. But with Beachbody On Demand, they have over 600 workouts.
600 different workouts.
Including yoga, a lot of the cardio stuff that you love. And not only that, they have nutritional information. So meal plans, because it's not always just about exercise. You've got to have everything has to be in balance to get it to work for you. And that's what's so great about Beachbody On Demand. Plus, you can just take it with you everywhere. I mean, it's on demand.
That's the best part.
If you're traveling.
Yeah, exactly. That's the best part. Like, I just took my laptop into the bedroom where we have a lot of space, at the foot of the bed, and I could do my yoga program, no problem.
Or if you're traveling.
Yeah.
You can do it in your hotel room.
You can do it in your hotel room.
And here's a really great thing. We want you to give this Beachbody On Demand a try, and you can get it for free, a free trial membership when you text the word sandwich to 303030. And you'll get full access to the entire platform for free. All the workouts, like I said, 600 of the workouts. You can try all of them. And then the nutrition information for free. And I know you're going to love it so much you're going to want to sign up. And the cost of signing up for Beachbody On Demand is way cheaper than a gym membership.
Yeah.
Just text the word sandwich to 303030.
Awesome.
And like I said, you've been doing the yoga and it's helping you out tremendously.
And if anybody thinks, I know a lot of our listeners have tried yoga or maybe have done yoga, but if any of you haven't and you think it's easy.
No, it's a hard workout.
It is a good workout, that yoga.
But the workout we did, the thing I loved about the gym where you took me is back in the day, you'd have to get those big heavy weights and clunk them on and clunk them off. And he wanted to work out with me. And I was thinking, it's going to take us forever to change out the weights. Clunk, 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 clunk. No, it's a little switch. Flip. You flip a switch. That's it. And it goes from like 200 pounds to 10 for me.
Yeah. Yeah. So I took Kellie around the gym we go to and we did a little circuit. Like we worked out on, I don't know, probably 8 machines. We were there for 30, 45 minutes. It wasn't a killer workout, but just enough to get her blood pumping. And
I didn't want to be so sore that I couldn't move the next day.
The thing with Kellie, okay, number one, she doesn't like to work out.
I don't.
Okay, so you got to drag her up there.
And nobody understands that until they work out with me. I'm not kidding.
She doesn't like to work out.
I don't like it.
And here's another thing. No matter what selection I had on the weights, it was either too light or it was too heavy.
That's right, because you don't know what you're doing.
But it wasn't. But it wasn't just right. It was either too light or too heavy.
Right.
And then she would say, "Well, it's too light." And then the next rep, I would click it up 10 pounds without her even knowing, and she'd be like, "Well, it's still too light. You didn't change it."
True.
I'm like, "Yeah, I did change it.
True.
I did change it actually."
That's not true. You're
No, I'm not. And then I took some pictures of her and posted them on my Instagram stories, and it was hilarious because she was just sitting there with this whipped look on her face, just looking at me, and I'm trying to give her some motivational quotes, and she's looking at me like, "Shut up, butthead."
But you did like tapping my booty every time I got up. You did that after I finished every set. I get a booty smack.
Hey guys, that's the best part of going to work out with your woman, because
you can't touch other women like that, but you can touch your woman like that.
They got those yoga pants on, those athletic pants.
Do you like those?
You slap that booty and it makes that pop.
It's a real nice sound, isn't it?
Yeah, that real slap.
But the thing I noticed in the gym is not one person was smiling. Not one.
Well, no, it's not. It's not an amusement park,
Man.
I mean, it's
like, I thought people love going to the gym.
Everyone's up there doing hard work. I thought you were supposed to
go to the gym like single girls, like maybe I'd like to meet someone, but you should at least smile while you're working out then.
No.
Except for me, because I hate it.
It's funny.
And I have a man.
It's funny seeing, like, I'll go up there, and I've told you this before, seeing all the dynamic, because I notice everything, okay? I'm always like watching people and watching people's nonverbals and their, body language and stuff. So I'm watching this couple, and I could tell it was a big guy, and he was pretty muscular, but he was probably my age. He was probably in his 40s or maybe even in his 50s. And he was working out with a young girl, and they were working out, and I could tell, though, that they had either just met or
it wasn't that romantic.
It wasn't a serious deal, but they were real friendly with each other, and they were working out together. And then about 10 minutes later, these freaking Lou Ferrigno and Arnold Schwarzenegger walked in the gym, and they saw this girl, and she was a little hottie workout thing. And they came over, Lou Ferrigno and Arnold Schwarzenegger came over to the girl and we're hugging on her like, hey, what's going on? And they really knew her, and these guys were freaking huge. And you should have seen the slump shoulders that poor other guy had. He was just like...
You should have gone over there and stood next to him.
He had slump shoulders.
Let him know that you had some solidarity there, some empathy.
He was so failed. And then he just kind of went over and just started working out by himself again.
Why did you go be his workout buddy?
No, dudes don't go to other dudes in the gym you don't even know
and
say,
you can ask him to spot you.
Hey, bro, you want to spot me? Yeah. I don't know. It's funny watching the human interaction.
Do you want to work out with me again after that?
Absolutely. I would love to go work out with you again.
I'm shocked.
It's fun.
I've literally had a trainer say, I can't help you. Because I had such a bad attitude about it. So I guess my attitude's gotten a little bit better.
I tell you what, I know Kellie's bit, and I know like that she doesn't like. Yeah, you just power through it and don't listen to it. Just power through it. It's good for you. All right.
I did feel it a little bit the next day, though. That was good.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. You were like, "Oh, this isn't heavy. This is too light." And then the next day, you're like, "Oh, yeah, this is." I can kind of feel how. Oh man,
I felt it enough. You were putting me up too high because you're a man, and a woman needs lighter weight, more reps.
Hey, wait a second. Back up. Something you just said.
What I said
5 minutes ago. I said I've put on about 15 pounds, and I think most of it's mine. And you were like, "Well, not all of it's." What does that mean?
I didn't say it in a rude way.
What does that mean?
We both gained some weight.
But
we both gained some weight.
But what does that mean?
It means not all of the weight you've gained is muscle.
Where else would I have gained it?
Well, we both have put on a little bit of weight. Baby, you know your belly's gotten a little bigger.
Oh, no.
You know it has.
No.
You know, because you try on your shirts and you say, the slim fit.
No, it's because
slim fit.
No, you're supposed to say it's my broad, brawny shoulders
it's over your belly.
And my big arms,
honey,
my big python arms.
I love you, but I'm just saying, it's not all muscle.
Really?
Babe, come on. You know you've gained a little bit of weight. And I have too.
Oh, man.
We both have.
It hurts.
Oh, you know you have. You really weren't blind to that, were you?
No, I have.
You knew you've gained a little bit in your belly, right?
Well, a little bit.
Yeah. Your slim fit shirts aren't quite as...
I know. I have a large t-shirt. I got this shirt for Christmas. I'm wearing a shirt. It's got the Bud Light logo, but it says Dilly Dilly.
Yeah, I don't get that. I know
it's
Dylan,
a commercial.
I know that.
But my son...
his nickname is Dilly. His
nickname's Dilly, so I got it for my son.
But I don't get what Dilly Dilly means in the commercial.
I think it just means like, yay or good.
Well, where did it start? What does it mean?
I don't know. I just...
Somebody just decided?
Yeah, an ad agency decided.
Dilly Dilly. I don't get it.
Dilly Dilly.
If somebody knows and could explain that to me, I'd appreciate it because I don't know. I guess I could Google it. That's what Google's for.
Yeah, that's what the Google's for. Okay, so that was working out.
That's the end of that story.
I wanted to talk about something, babe, that's something that you're passionate about. And I am too, If we can save a dime here or there, save some money here or there, I'm all for that.
Yeah, I'm guilty. I do like to save money, and I'm not a big coupon clipper. I'm not like that, but I like to buy. If you put something on sale for 50 to 75% off, I'm just going to buy it. Even if I don't need it, it's a problem I'm trying to break. But I'm like, this is such a good deal. I can't pass it up. But years ago, like for our phone plans, for instance, I would sign up for stuff and just say, yeah, I probably need that. I just sign up for everything, the whole kit and caboodle. And then I'd never look at my bill. I just pay it. Well, then after we got married, you're on the phone plan. I have my daughter and me on one phone plan. It's like, would it make sense for us to combine it all into one phone plan to save some money? And that's where you came in because I'm not going to sit on the phone and do it.
Yeah. So when we got married, okay, I had my own phone plan. It was just me.
We were the same company that we're seeing.
Yeah, same company.
Yeah, but different plans.
Yeah, different plans, separate. So we were being billed separately. Kellie had a phone plan, and she had her and Emma Kellie on that phone plan. So we decided to combine the plans. That was one thing I wanted to do was combine the plans. So I guess the tip that I would have here is when you combine a plan nowadays, you can almost always get a better deal if you just start asking them some questions about, do I have to have this device on there, or do I really need this hotspot router in the house? A lot of times there are things on your plan that you don't even need. For example, Kellie had a phone line on her separate plan that was for an iPad. And I don't know, some of
I've
you
had it for like 10 years.
You may have used an iPad before with cellular service, but that was way back in the day. You don't even need that now because there's Wi-Fi everywhere. So she had paid $20 a month for the last 10 years for this iPad.
Yeah.
So we killed that. So I killed that, combined the phone plans. We also got rid of her old cable provider. We're not going to mention any names here, but we got rid of her old cable provider.
Because it was a pain. It's a company that got sold to another company, and it was never right after that. It was always freezing, and it was just awful, and I was paying a lot for it.
Picture didn't look good.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
So we killed that. That was $270 a month. So we went from $270 to $99 on the cable. And then...
yeah, you heard him right. That was bad.
Yeah.
But it was also the internet and home phone and all that was lumped into one.
And then she had a home phone. Who uses a home phone?
I use it because I can't find my cell phone sometimes.
I hadn't seen you use
one.
your home phone. No, all kidding aside, I've not seen you talk on that home phone in all the time I've ever known you.
I don't talk on it.
Right.
I use it to call my cell phone when I can't find it, number one. And number two...
You know how much that was? $40 a month.
Okay, well, then that's the new thing, because when I tried canceling my home phone years ago, the lady talked me out of it, and she told me, she goes, why? Because you're only paying like $7 a month for it. That's what she told me back then. Maybe they changed my plan and I didn't keep an eye on it. But she sold me. You know how she sold me? She told me that this kid was home alone or something. It's like a little boy, and people broke in the house. So he grabbed the home phone, and he went in the closet and hid and called 911. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, well, then how can I not pay $7 a month because somebody's going to break in the house and my daughter's going to have to hide in the closet and call 911?
That's something that's going to happen.
So they sold that to me. But I didn't know it was $40 a month.
Yeah. So
they told me it was like $7.
Here's the bottom line, guys. We went from $600 a month in total telecommunications charges to $299 a month. So we saved $300 per month just by me making a couple of phone calls. And Kellie got a new phone.
I got a new iPhone.
Hey, that's right. We're filming tonight on a Facebook Live. We're filming using Kellie's new iPhone 8 Plus. It's gold.
That he got for free.
I got for free.
In the negotiations.
It's gold.
Rose gold.
Yeah, that is a sweet phone, babe.
So yeah, you're my hero, honey. You carry this family on your back.
Well,
that's the script I'm supposed to say.
That's right. And just one last thing. The last conversation I had with the customer service person, she said, okay, I canceled your TV. We canceled the home phone. She says, now your internet service is only $69 per month.
And I would have said, thank you.
And I'm like, whoa.
And Alan didn't say thank you.
What did you just say? $69 per month? Because I'm on your website here, and I noticed that it says your internet service is actually $40 per month for speed that's twice the speed that I have now. And she says, well, that's for new customers. And I said...
Isn't that the worst? When
yeah.
I've been a customer for decades.
That's what I told her. And I said, okay, so you're willing...
And I've been paying through the nose for stuff I didn't need.
So you're willing to lose this customer because you won't honor that price that you have advertised on your website because it's only for new customers? Why are you treating your older customers like that? And she goes, sir, and I know it's not the CSR's fault, but she goes, sir, I hear this a lot.
That's customer service representative.
Customer service
CSR.
Right. Sorry. So I said, well, here's what we're going to do. I said,
you told her.
No, and I was very polite. I just said, well, here's what we can do. I can either just cancel the service entirely and I'll go find somebody else. Or if you would like to keep us as a customer, because we're really good customers, we pay our bills on time and we've been with you a long time and we'd love to stay with you. But the only way we're going to do that is if you honor that $40 that you have online. And she goes, well, I don't know that I can do that. And I said, oh, yeah, you can, because the internet bill is in my wife's name. So what you're going to do, you're going to cancel her and then you're going to sign me up as a new customer. So now the internet bill will be in my name because I'm a new customer. I've never been with y'all. And she goes, well, okay.
Yeah.
So after I worked on them and got them, we did all that combining and I canceled all those other things. The last straw was kind of like, let's get that extra, what was that, 69 down to 40. So that was another $30.
But let me just say, you were on the phone a grand total of 5 hours.
Yeah, it was a lot of time.
To get all this done. Because when you're trying to cancel service...
No, they don't make it easy.
They don't make it easy.
No, they don't make it easy.
They'll put you on hold, and then when they finally pick up and you're like almost crying, you're so happy that someone picked up, then they tell you, oh, this isn't the right department. Let me put you back on hold.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
No, they don't make it
5 hours,
easy.
that should be against the law. I mean, seriously. Don't they get punished for making you sit on a plane for hours like that? I'm not lying. They can see a timer on how long you're sitting on the phone. There should be some sort of compensation. Who has time to sit on the phone for 5 hours besides my husband?
Well, I don't have time to sit on the phone for 5 hours.
You just did it.
But it was like...
You just did it. But there's a point when you're so angry that you're not going to hang up no matter what. Right. But that's just... There should be compensation.
What really gets me about when you're on the phone with customer service in any industry, telecom or water bill or whatever it is, and I know a lot of you, our listeners, this has happened to them, and it drives me nuts. You'll call. The person that you're talking to can't help you, so they're going to transfer you to another department. You're transferred to that other department where you wait on hold for another 30, 40, in my case, 55 minutes, and then the CSR comes on the line and says, hello, can I help you? And I said, well, I got transferred over here because the other person can't help me. And she says, or he says, well, I can't help you either. You're in the wrong place. It's like, are you serious? You're going to treat your customers that way? Mm-hmm. What are you doing? Why are you doing that?
I don't care.
So anyhow, we got it all straightened out.
Thank you for carrying the family on your back.
That's right, babe. No, so I guess why I
do appreciate it because you know what? While he's sitting there on hold, he's doing laundry. Oh. He's cleaning out the dishwasher. He was being such a good house husband that day. Well, you're so sweet. And you saved all that money. Well, you're so nice.
Here's the deal.
I even wrote a blog about it. You're so nice.
Well, I work from home now, so I have time to do some of that stuff. So yeah, I don't.
And I appreciate it very much. I'm giving you just a little.
Thank you, baby.
No, I appreciate it.
I love you so good.
Love you too.
You're such a appreciative person.
Take all that money we save. We're gonna have to do something special.
Yeah, think about $300 a month times 12. I mean, that is considerable savings.
I know.
All right, transitioning into, it's kind of a heavy topic. I mean, you wanted to talk about this, though.
What?
Our series on hope and dating. And you guys had, when I say you guys, the Kid Craddock Morning Show had a love letters to Kellie, and I'll hand it off here, babe, and you tell us what happened.
It was quite controversial, actually, because people are pretty split. If you've ever been cheated on, especially if it happened recently, there's probably a lot of anger and emotion still tied to that. Maybe if you've been cheated on and some time has passed, you can look back at it a little differently. But we had somebody, people literally thought this was a fake letter. This was real.
I thought it was fake.
My husband thought it was fake. He thought there was no way people would go on the radio and share this type of story. But I think our listeners trust us. And, you know, that just was, I took that as a huge compliment that they were willing to come on and talk about it. So what happened was this girl wrote a love letter to Kellie, and we got it, and we called her back. Like, we got it, you know, she wrote it maybe on a Thursday or Friday, and we called her, let's say on Monday. And we just said, hey, we got your letter. And sometimes we like to, some of the letters we try to do live with the person on the phone if we can, because it just makes it a little bit more interesting rather than just, you know, JC, Jenna, and Big Al reading the letters to me and I answer them. Because if you have the writer on the phone, you can get more details. Mm-hmm. So our producer, Robert, found this letter, and she had suspected her boyfriend was cheating. Well, from the time she wrote the letter to the time we called her, her fears were, she was right.
Whoa.
He had been cheating. And the reason she knew is because the girl he was seeing called her.
Okay. Just real quick, babe. Just one slight detail. Cheating, like he was seeing this person?
Right. What happened was they had been together for like 5 years. I don't have the letter in front of me, so I'm going to have to just try to remember as best as I can. They were together 5 years, and he started talking, communicating with an old high school friend or something that they reconnected on Facebook. Now, they were still dating at the time, and she didn't like that. But she also didn't want to look like she was insecure. So he would go meet this friend from high school, whatever, and that's always a bad sign.
Oh, so she even knew that he was going over there.
She knew, and he was like, there's nothing going on. We're just friends. Well, then it escalated to they were he'd be over at her house. He was telling her these things.
He was at her house?
Yeah, he went to go see her and stuff like that. But he was telling his girlfriend,
that dude's bold.
We're just friends from school. There's nothing going on. And she, of course, was suspecting something. And he was growing more distance toward her. When you're feeling these things, you're usually right, or your gut's right. Well, what happened was the girl called the lady that wrote the girl he was seeing that he was cheating with, called the girl and said, you need to know that he's been cheating on you with me.
Now, why did she do that?
Because he dumped her.
Oh,
okay, this is what we later found out.
Okay.
So we said.
So she's bitter.
She wanted to know because she's like, I've got 5 years invested. I love him. And, he's cheated. Now he's saying he's sorry. And, this just happened like within the past week since, she wrote the letter and we finally called, we called her. She says, and I don't know what to do. He's trying to say all the right things. He said, he's trying to win my trust back or something. And we're like, do you think he'd talk to us? He said, yes.
How did you get that guy
because
to do
this
that?
Is a man, that's what I'm saying. When a man is desperate, he's willing to do anything, even embarrass himself or humiliate himself to prove to her, this is how sorry I am.
Wow.
So his side of the story was... He was just going, I think, you've been through 5 years of a relationship. Here comes somebody from your past. And suddenly, maybe you're like, I don't know, maybe you're complacent. Maybe your current relationship is a little stagnant. Maybe you're like, I'm not really sure if this is the one for me. I don't know. But here comes somebody from the past. And isn't the past always when you look back, you have such fond memories and warm fuzzies. Facebook has led to so many cheating and marriages messing up. Yes. Reconnecting with old high school sweethearts. Yes. So he messed with fire. According to him, he realized this was wrong. He cheated. When he got with this girl he'd been with for 5 years, the one he cheated on, he was a virgin. She was his first everything.
How old are these people?
They're in their early 20s, mid-20s.
Oh, they're young. Okay.
Yeah, mid-20s. Okay. So anyway, he got with this girl from high school or whatever, and he's realized this is wrong. And he ended things with her. That's when the girl called and said, you need to know that your boyfriend was cheating on you with me. Now, that's not a girl having another girl's back. A lot of people saying, yeah, she should have told him what kind of cheating scum she's dating. No, that's a girl that got dumped and was getting revenge and getting even, because if she really was a girl's girl and having a girl's back, she wouldn't have slept with him in the first place.
Yeah,
okay?
That's true. Yeah.
So she wasn't doing this woman any favors. She was getting even.
She was just bitter.
She's like, oh, you're going to dump me? I'm going to ruin your life.
But
that's what happened. That's my opinion.
I agree with you on that point. But he was busted.
He was busted.
So was he sorry just because he was busted?
Well, that's the thing. He felt guilty about it. And he was like, I'm never going to do it again. I'm never going to do it again. Cross my fingers. But then he got busted. So now he cheated, but I think he was going to try to just get past it, but then now he's busted. So now he's going to spend, he's like telling her all the right things. He's checking in with her constantly. He's, letting her have full access. He's being completely honest. I told her, I said, it takes a minute. You got to be mad for a minute. You got to be mad for a long minute. But if you love him and he is proving to you that he is truly remorseful, he is doing everything. And, if he's trying to earn his way back, I said give him another chance. Now, some other people are of the opinion, once a cheater, always a cheater. I don't believe that. Some people, that is true, but that is not true in every case. I do believe some people cheat. They realize, oh my God, what did I do? I could lose this woman, this man. Look what I put at risk. If they ever forgive me, I will spend the rest of my life making this relationship work. I'll never, ever cheat again. And there are people like that. And I think there's some people that cheat and never get caught and never do it again. They're like, thank you, Lord. Thank you for me not getting busted. And, they spend the rest of their life looking over their shoulder waiting to get caught. But I don't think once a cheat, always a cheat. And you should, if you love them and there's history there, especially if there's children there, I don't see anything wrong with giving it one more try. And it may not work out in the long run. You might realize, I can't get past this. But I will tell you this.
Keep going.
If you do decide, I'm staying and I'm going to make my marriage work, you can't spend the rest of your partner's life punishing them, because you're both going to be miserable. You've got to make the decision, as hard as it is. If I'm going to stay, I'm not going to spend the rest of my life punishing this person. That's not fair. That's
Yeah.
not fair. You might as well just get out then. Because why would you? I know somebody that did that they live in complete misery. He cheated on her. She had a baby. She took him back, and he sleeps on the couch half the time because she is so mad at him still, and it's been years, and he's not leaving. He won't leave. He's
Do I know these people?
Yeah, I'll tell you who they are later.
Okay.
But she treats him like dirt
Yeah.
all the time. So not only is she making him miserable, she's miserable. So why did you go back to that? Just end it if you can't, if you can't get past it, if you truly can't, then move on.
Yeah. I don't debate Kelly on any of what she just said. I mean, no. I mean, I don't have a lot of experience talking about this subject, but I will tell you this, that trust, man, that's something that is really valuable in your relationship. I think it's overlooked a lot of times, how important trust is between a couple, a man and a woman. But once you lose that, and you create doubt in your partner's mind, they may be able to forgive, and they may be able to get past it, but they're not going to forget it entirely. They'll never forget it entirely. So there's always going to be that seed of doubt in their mind.
And it's unfortunate.
And that's just how people are. That's just how humans are wired. They're not going to forget entirely what that felt like, or what happened, or the thought of the person being with that other person. They may be able to forgive, and everything may be great.
But there's still that
seed
when he's an hour late.
Yeah, right.
Or she, because women cheat too.
So they cheat as much as men. So
that is not true.
They cheat as much as men.
That is not true. Statistically, that is not true.
Cheat as much as men.
Women do not cheat as much as men.
I'll pull it up on.
Go ahead.
I'll pull it up
Google
on Ash Jeeves right now.
It's not true.
So anyway, yeah, that trust is something you don't want to play with, man. That's once you lose that, it's tough sledding after that.
But I do, and then we asked people if you were able to recover, like if your marriage survived a cheating scandal, if because people. I mean, that's devastating, especially, like I said, if you've been married to a person, you've got children together, you've built this life together, you have this whole dream life in your head, and then one day you wake up and like, oh, this is a lie. He's been or she's been sleeping with this person or whatever. And you decide, you want to try to save your marriage. Is there hope for you? And I think there is hope at getting back to a place where you can live happily. I think you can be happy again after cheating. It takes a lot of time, and I think the cheater has to really work double time to prove. Go extra steps. Like, honey, I am in traffic. I am going to be 5 minutes late. This is where I am. Just whatever you have to do. You just have to reassure them constantly, and that's just the price you have to pay if they're willing to take you back. But I think there is hope. That I think relate. That's the whole point of this. I think there is hope after cheating.
Yeah. I agree.
After a betrayal.
I agree with you too there, babe. And I think a lot of it, like your caller, I think the guy, he said there were a lot of circumstances that people don't understand. And I don't know if that was an excuse or he was just trying to explain his side of the story.
Yeah, I'm sure he didn't want to give all of his.
Right. But every circumstance is different. Now, I don't think 1 minute I'm saying, well, it's okay in some circumstances, but there are a lot of reasons why men and women do that.
Don't you think a lot of times when it's young love and you're with the same person for so many years and you get a little older and you're like, wow, I spent all my time with this one person. I never went out and sowed my wild oats or whatever, and I didn't get to experience other relationships. There might be a little bit of curiosity there.
Right.
Depression. Who knows what it is?
Yeah.
Who knows why people, there's so many reasons why people cheat. But don't be befriending people on Facebook from the past. That's a bad.
Well, I don't know if I agree with you there, babe. Now,
well, I'm friends with a lot of.
I'm friends with a gazillion people.
You
from
can
my
be friends
past
with them, but you can also you can take it too far.
Well, sure.
Private messaging and all these little. It's one thing to catch up on Facebook. Oh, it's good to hear from you. That's great. But it's another thing is, man, you sure look really nice in your profile picture today. No. That's wrong because you're inviting trouble there. You can be friends with people from high school.
Yeah,
I was being a little extreme.
No, I know, but again,
don't play with fire.
Yeah, I guess my advice is, and I would just talk to the men. Don't do it. That's the best way to avoid a lot of these problems is just don't do it.
And the women too. I would rather you break up with someone than cheat on them, because you're going to feel bad about yourself. Now you're a cheater, and there's just so much damage. Just break up with somebody rather than cheat on them, or go. I don't know.
There's a lot of temptation nowadays. I guess there always has been, as long as people have been people. But like you say, today people are more connected with each other than they ever have been. There are so many ways to stay in touch with everyone you know. People that you haven't talked to in years, you can click a few buttons and talk to them.
Right.
It didn't used to be like that.
Right.
So I think there's more temptation, but a lot of it is, I think it's just being disciplined and just don't do it. Connect with your partner.
Yeah, put more interest back, and start dating your partner again and try to fall in love with them again if you're that bored. Yeah. Anyway,
that trust is a hard thing to get back, though. I felt for that couple when they were. I pulled up
too. I'm rooting for him because I could hear the pain in his voice. He started crying.
Oh, that was.
And I was like, oh man, my heart just broke, and my heart broke for her too, because once that trust is broken, it is so hard to get back what you had, what you took for granted.
What was his name? Do you remember his name?
Oh gosh,
the gal's name was Allie, I think.
I don't remember.
Well, you know what that cat needs to do?
What does that cat need to do?
He needs to send her some Pro Flowers and Sherry's berries.
Okay, listen, guys.
Because that'll fix it all.
Let me tell you. Valentine's Day is coming. There is a reason people give flowers and candy for Valentine's Day. Because it works.
It works.
And when you give both together,
it's classic.
It's the best. But you can elevate it, because Pro Flowers and Sherry's berries have teamed up. Before we even talked about this, we like to sample the goods when we're talking about a new sponsor.
Yeah,
so guess
absolutely.
what we got in the mail today?
2 big boxes.
Alan got one and I got one.
Yes, I did.
And they were showing us how these perfectly paired Valentines work. We got this beautiful bouquet of flowers and Sherry's berries. My daughter was standing there when I opened them. You should have seen her eyes. She's like, oh my God, Sherry's berries. We about started crying. It's perfect for your Valentine. And it doesn't have to be just your husband or wife, your kids too, if you want to give them a special Valentine. Mother-in-law, you want to win her over if you're on the outs there, just for any special person in your life. Who doesn't love the perfectly paired collection from Pro Flowers and Sherry's berries?
Guaranteed on time, babe.
Yeah, you can pick the delivery date. So you don't have to, Valentine's Day is crazy. If you, for some reason, they're going to be out of town or something, you can say, I want it to be delivered February 12th. Click, and it's done.
And if you're not completely satisfied, your money back.
They make it right. I have worked with Pro Flowers and Sherry's berries for years, and they are about making their customers happy.
Yeah, they do a good job.
And sometimes things happen, but they will make it right for you. I guarantee it, because I've worked with this company and I trust. Go stay inside the box, but elevate the box with a perfectly paired combination of flowers and Sherry's berries from Pro Flowers and Sherry's berries. And right now you can get 20% off a perfectly paired gift over $29, featuring beautiful blooms from Pro Flowers and freshly dipped strawberries from Sherry's berries. I already had one.
So visit proflowers.com today. Enter our code SANDWICH at checkout.
Proflowers.com. Enter the code SANDWICH. Baby, I'm going to have to eat. I gave Emma Kellie one of my Sherry's berries.
Hey,
you've got your own box.
You know what? Since Sherry's berries and Pro Flowers sent us these big boxes, I don't have to get you anything now, right?
You already said you know something I don't know. Oh, but the flowers are already in the vase. I already put them out. They're so beautiful. I'm so excited. Thank you, Pro Flowers and Sherry's berries, for the perfectly paired collection.
They really are. I posted a bunch of videos of
us opening it.
Yeah, Kelly opened them on my Instagram, so go check that out. So, yeah, awesome. What else we got, babe? How we doing on time? We doing okay?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know.
We doing okay? We're talking
about. We've been talking
a
long time. We've been talking almost an hour.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You want to save this one for next week and then just go right here?
Well, here, I would like to do this because we have got
Which one? This one?
Well, I was going to ask, we were talking a little bit about, and I know people like to get involved, and we wanted, one day we're going to figure it out how we can do a podcast where we can actually, we can do phone calls again. We did that very early on in one of our first podcasts where we took phone calls.
Uh-huh.
In fact, I think that's how we did our first few podcasts.
It is. That's how we did the first one.
Yeah, because we didn't know what we were doing, and we were.
We still don't know what we're doing.
We don't know what we're doing.
Right.
But I like the interaction that we get from the listeners to the podcast. So if the subject we were just talking about is surviving cheating, like if your relationship survived, I would love to hear from you, and maybe your story can give hope to somebody else who's maybe struggling with this same situation. There might be a woman right now listening who's like, this is my life. I've just found out my husband cheated. What do I do? I've got kids. I don't know what to do. I don't know that I can save my marriage. Your story might be able to help that person listening right now. So I would like it if you would go to our website, kellyandalan.com, and just, how can they leave us a message there?
They just go to
their stories?
They just go to your picture, babe, or my picture, and click contact us, and then there's a form, and they can just type it in there and click send, and we'll get it as an email.
If you share your stories of how you survived a huge betrayal like this in your relationship, what tips, how you got past it, if you're past it, or if you just sucked it up and you're still angry but you're making it work, whatever your story is, I'd love to hear it, because I think that's cathartic for a lot of people, and you don't know how much your story can help someone else.
It's what?
Cathartic?
You use those big words. I don't know what they mean.
It makes you feel better. Is that better?
Yeah, I understand that.
So if you can share your story, you never know what your story can do for someone else who's listening. So if you can go to kellyandalan.com, KELLIE and ALLEN.com, you can click on his picture or my picture. There's a way to contact us there. You can read our blogs there, which we're going to have to be better about posting. I just posted a new one, but I'm going to be better about that. There's a whole bunch of fun stuff on there on the website. But, in order to leave, in order to send us a message, they have to register?
Have to register to leave comments. Not send us a message. Anybody can send us a message.
Okay. So if you want to comment on the blog post, you have to register. But it's just do that. It's easier. Or you can just contact us. But I'd love to hear your story, and hopefully we can share and maybe revisit this next week, because it's really a serious topic a lot of people are dealing with. Yeah. And I'd like to give more people hope that you can survive it and overcome it.
Yeah. And really, I agree with you, babe. But any topic that you have a question about or you want us to talk more about, just send us a note off the website. We'd be glad to.
We want to be more interactive.
Yeah, we did a segment last week where we answered we read a few of our listeners' emails, and that was cool. You know, it's great hearing from people, and I think we helped them. I think we did.
Well, we'll answer. Yeah, might not help, but also we're planning some. We've got, hopefully, fingers crossed, another podcast we're going to do where we can invite everybody to join us. That's in the planning stages right now. I don't want to say anything, because if it falls through, then we've just disappointed you again. But I want to set up another time where we can do live phone calls, which means you have to come we have to go into the big recording studio to do that. So we'll give you details on that too. And then next week, you're going to maybe share a little bit about my Valentine's Day surprise, maybe?
Yeah. I tell you what, guys, we have got something big coming up.
I know.
I can't say anything else.
Well, I know what.
It's big.
But I know something.
It's big. I know something that you don't know.
Well, I know something you do know.
Ho, ho, ho. Well, don't say anything about that.
I won't. Okay.
Okay.
But it's really cool.
It's
really
cool. It's the biggest news we've had since, and no, we're not pregnant, or I'm not pregnant.
I wish I was pregnant.
It's the biggest news we've had since 1 million listeners and 500,000 listeners, and we have sponsors. So it's as bigger than all those, I think.
We hope that you're excited for all this stuff with us.
Yeah, we're excited.
You might hear our news and go, really? That's it?
Yeah.
But hopefully you're just as excited as we are about all these changes and things that are happening with the podcast. We think it's exciting stuff, and we're happy that you're here with us as we're all growing together.
Yeah. So the next podcast, we're going to talk about something that's going to happen Valentine's Day weekend. And that's all we're going to say for now. So you have to listen next week to hear what we're going to talk about. To hear what's going to happen Valentine's Day or Valentine's weekend.
And hopefully hear some stories of hope.
Yeah.
From people, from our listeners. And anything you want to ask us about or a topic you'd like us to address, you can reach out and contact us at kellyandalan.com.
Real quick, too, remember that we have a Facebook for A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. Get out there and follow that. There's some funny stuff out there and some good tips, and I like sharing memes out there that our audience can relate with.
Yeah, you're doing a lot.
I'm a big meme guy lately.
A lot of good ones. I don't know where you're finding them.
They're funny.
But they're funny.
And A Sandwich and Some Lovin' has Instagram as well, at A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. And then
there's no G on Lovin'.
Yeah. And I know everyone in the world follows Kellie on social media. But
No,
if,
they don't.
But if you don't, get out there and follow. Kelly's at Kellie Raspberry on everything. My name is different on all my channels, but you can.
What were you thinking?
I don't know. I set them up a long time ago. But you can find me out there if you just search on Alan Evans or connect through Kellie. But yeah, get out there and follow us, because you
tag him a lot.
You'll see a lot of what we talk about on the podcast. We post pictures about it on our stories or on our social media. So
hey, and real quick before we go, because we do have some wonderful sponsors, but I want to tell you, if you're kind of wondering what am I going to do for Valentine's Day this year, I'm not really sure. I've got a really good idea. I was excited when I got my FabFitFun box, because I see a lot of these people like on Facebook and stuff, all these celebrities like Lisa Rinna and people like that opening up their FabFitFun box, and it's like, I want a FabFitFun box. So I ordered one, I got one, and I loved it. The thing I love about it is it's kind of like a surprise every month. You don't really know what you're going to get, but it's always like skincare products and even clothes. In my FabFitFun box, I got this beautiful BB Dakota shawl, like one of those big, beautiful autumn colors.
Is that the one you wore yesterday?
Yes. I got some aloe infused socks. They're like the comfy socks, but my feet are like, my heels get really dry in the winter, so I can just put those on and my feet are being treated. Full size socks. And then I get like full size, not sample size, full size product. I got this Kate Somerville exfoliating treatment.
Wow.
Do you know how expensive that stuff is?
That's expensive.
This is stuff that you've always wanted to try. You're like, I don't know if I want to invest in it. But the FabFitFun box makes it possible for you to experience a whole bunch of things you might not have been able to do otherwise. I think it's a great Valentine's Day gift to give to someone, a membership.
This is genius.
It is. And if they're like me, it's just like order one for yourself. Be your own Valentine.
There you go.
But here's the thing, Alan.
What do you do?
If you use our code, you'll get $10 off your first FabFitFun box. And you know you've wanted to try one. So why not try it now? Go to fabfitfun.com to subscribe and start getting the box for a life well lived. Use the promo code SANDWICH and you'll get $10 off your first box. And these are products valued at $200 for only $39.99. So go to fabfitfun.com, use the code SANDWICH, you'll get $10 off your first FabFitFun box. And it is fun.
Wow.
It was like Christmas being delivered on my doorstep. I was so excited.
You know what I'm learning?
I like getting stuff delivered on my doorstep.
Well, that I definitely know. But
it is fun. I love it.
If you just listen to our podcast, you can save a lot of money on a lot of stuff.
I know. That sandwich works miracles.
Just do that sandwich
code.
Oh, that's awesome. And a lot of you ask me too, like, where are all the sponsors listed? They're on the website as well.
Yeah, a lot of times you're like, oh, I forgot what website that was. What was the code? All that's listed. Alan's really good about that.
And I'll post the new ones that we talked about tonight. If they aren't already on there, I'll post them soon. So
yeah.
All right, babe. Well, we covered a lot of ground here. We covered some, some serious stuff and some not so serious stuff. But I think we did a good one. Did you have fun?
I did. I'm a little self-conscious about the bruise on my chin, but
it'll be okay.
It'll be okay, and hopefully it'll fix my resting bitch face.
I'll tell you what I can do. I can get some silly putty and
some spackle.
Put a ball of that's some white spackle, some spackle.
But it'll go away. It's just a bruise. It'll be all right.
All right. Well, I love you so good.
I love you too, honey, and I can't wait to find out what my surprise is. And I'm gonna have to work on a surprise for you.
No, you don't have to.
No, I want to.
Nah.
I don't want to. I enjoy being surprised, but I also I'd like to do something nice for you. I'll think on it. If y'all have any ideas, reach out to me and contact me at kelly@ellen.com.
You always do nice. You always do way too many nice things for me. So I appreciate that.
I appreciate you.
Well, in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.